I mean, is Cooper Rush worth 2.5 points? I would hope Quinn Ewers put up a decent stat line against Arizona State. If he didn't, we have a real problem.
You can say the same thing about Creighton. Okay, they had the one good game against Kansas at home.
When Toast talks about the kicking market, it's like some earth is flat shit. Andy, true or false, this is going to be a dog walking.
Dog walking. This is my dog walking of the day. I think it's going to be very ugly. Dog walking. I think this is going to be ugly.
Hey, get the sauce. You're going to blame it all on Eduardo Rodriguez?
Yep.
What's up, everybody? Good morning. Happy Friday to you all. Hope you all had a nice Thursday. A pretty uneventful one. I placed 2 bets, went 1-1, and the bet I won was -102. So I almost had an exactly dead break-even day. Kind of unexciting. I will say the Boston comeback win was kind of cool. The Nationals one, though, that game was over pretty quick. Cardinals beat up on them. So yeah, an uneventful Thursday for me. I have a lot of bets open for Friday.
Me too.
I think I have like 7 open.
I also got a little bit lucky today with that over in Seattle. I had the Cubs team total in that over, and then I had obviously the Nats, but they lost. But that over in Seattle was lucky.
Wait, Seattle. What game was? Oh yeah, the Yankees scored. They had the Yankees
scored like 5 runs
in
the 8th and the 9th. Yeah,
they were no hit going into the 8th.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
All right. So it's Friday. You guys know there's a ton of baseball on Friday. So we'll go ahead and get started. This is not. I have a lot of bets open. This is not one of them. To me, this game just reeks of variance in any direction. Both of these pitchers have been very, very good. Edward Cabrera is a guy that's being mentioned as a possible trade candidate to a contender. He's pitching, I mean, maybe the best baseball of his career right now. I think last 3 or 4 starts have been just lights out. And we knew he had this kind of stuff. It's not like we didn't know he was capable of it. So Edward Cabrera looks on the money right now. And you know what? Dean Kramer also having the best stretch of starts, I think, in his career as well. So both of these pitchers pitching extremely well. But do I really trust either of them? No. And we know the Marlins can hit on the road. The reason that I was saying don't back the Marlins the last couple of days is because the Reds threw a couple of lefties out there. Now there's a righty. So I could see the Marlins putting up 10. I also could see the Marlins putting up 1. And then on the other side, I could see Edward Cabrera in this ballpark, in this weather, getting absolutely smoked. I also can see him throwing a gem. So I feel like this game can land anywhere. I guess if you put a gun to my head and force me to bet it, I'd probably take the -130 with Baltimore. I'll put it up. I'm not betting this.
I bet this game. I bet the over 9. I will give you that. Yeah, there might be some variance, but I mean, Kramer. First of all, I trust this Marlins offense on the road versus righties. I really don't care who it is. They've proven that over the course of the full season, not just a 14-day sample size or a couple of weeks or anything like that. They've been a top 10 offense on the road all season long, if not better. And Kramer, I mean, yeah, he's having a really good stretch here, a decent stretch. I mean, obviously he just got blown up in his last start, but I mean, he got 2 really good starts against Tampa Bay and 1 against the Yankees, a couple divisional games or 3 division games. But I mean, but besides that, when he's faced teams outside the division, he hasn't really looked good. The only time that he did look good outside of the division was the White Sox. So I don't know if that means anything, but I do know that I trust this Marlins offense to score a ton. And if Kramer goes out there and throws up 5 or 6 innings of 1-run baseball, I guess so be it. And as far as Cabrera is concerned, I mean, at this point, we're looking at the Orioles offense that's really starting to find their footing, especially versus right-handed pitching. They're one of the best offenses at home. And if there's one thing Mr. Cabrera struggles with, it's what? Lefty bats. And you're going to see a boatload of lefty bats. Jackson Holiday, Gunnar Henderson, O'Hearn, Kowser, Mullins. I just think there's plenty of ample opportunities for both these teams to score runs tomorrow. It's probably, I don't know if it gets to 9.5, but there's no weather concerns. It's going to be 85, 90 degrees. I've already bet this.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I hate the over. It doesn't concern you that both these pitchers kind of they're like, this is the best we've ever seen either of them pitch?
I think it's Kramer's a little fugazi. I think that it was more of a divisional thing personally in my head. And we've seen this from Cabrera before. Again, I don't think that he's going to get absolutely tattooed, but at this, if I'm being dead honest, I don't know if he's really that good. I mean, the Milwaukee start was really good, but I mean, Minnesota's so up or down. San Francisco, Philadelphia can't hit. Washington can't hit. Tampa Bay couldn't hit a month or 2 months ago. San Francisco can't hit. The Angels couldn't hit in May. So again, you can poke holes in it, but with the weather and the way that both these offenses are proving themselves, it kind of pushed me over the edge.
What do we think? What do you think, TV Jones?
Yeah, I kind of like Cabrera under 15.5 outs, minus 145. His last two at home, he went 7 in each, so he's pitched 14 innings. I mean, he looked damn good. You already said he's potentially up for a trade to get traded. So I don't think they try to overuse him. I mean, he's pitched 14 innings his last 2 games, and now we're going to get a 15.5 out prop, juice to the under. Kind of feels telling that he goes no more than 5. I mean, and on the road this year, he went 5 1/3 at San Fran, 3 at Washington, 4 at Tampa, 5 2/3 at LA, 5 against the White Sox, and then 4 at the Dodgers. So I mean, on the road this year, he's gone fewer innings. He's not as sharp, and I think Baltimore's starting to kind of click that they can get to him. And with all the lefties, you said, Toast, that he struggles with. Jackson Holiday has been a guy I've kind of been looking at for a week or so now. So I like Jackson Holiday 2+ bases, plus 140 also. Maybe a little sprinkle on the home run, but Cabrera under 15.5 outs is going to be a play for me tomorrow.
Let me know in the comments, is there anything worse than having a guy on second base that can't run and they hit a single and they don't score and they're still on third base? Is there anything worse in baseball? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's a tough look. Also,
it's so irritating.
Also, though, not all singles are created equally.
I agree, but this one should have been scored on if you're not Gavin Sheets or Martin Maldonado.
I'm going to leave. I'm getting a weird thing on the audio. No one said anything yet. If you guys hear a weird echo, just let me know because I know how to fix it. I just don't know if it's happening right now. It looks like it's weird, but usually when there's something wrong with the audio, a million people are saying it. So must be sounding pretty good. Let's go ahead and move on to the next game. Cubs, Yankees. I guess all my bets are in the later games because this is another one I didn't bet. I will say I completely understand why the Yankees are such heavy favorites here. Rodon's on the mound. The Cubs have not gotten to lefty starters. I mean, that's something we've been talking about for, it feels like 2 months now. The Cubs absolutely destroy righties. When it comes to lefty starters, not so much. Their numbers against lefties as a whole look all right, but specifically lefty starters, it has been great for the Cubs. So Rodon, it should be a good spot for him to pitch well. And you got Flexen on the mound. The Yankees bats seem to be trending in the right direction. I completely understand why the Yankees are priced this way. I can't help but think it's a little too much, which is why this is another game that I'm not betting, which is why I personally think this should be about plus 140. So I think if you can get a Cubs plus 155, that it's a good bet, but I don't have it in me to actually place it. So Cubs are passed because of the huge number, but this is a no bet for me.
Rinse and repeat for me. Yankees team for me on this one is Yankees team total over 4.5 minus 140. I've been playing the overs the last couple of days because I didn't really like the Yankees pitching matchups. But I mean, Rodon's been pretty good, and on top of that, as Kyle said, they don't hit left-handed pitching. But this Yankees offense has been absolutely, essentially a juggernaut over the last 11 games. If you go back, including today, over their last 11 games, they've went over this number 10 of those last 11 games. The only game they didn't go over was June 30th against Toronto, where they scored 4 runs. Again, I think you just continue to play on this Yankees offense to score runs. I thought it was going to be a 5.5 with Flexen on the mound. I got a juice 4.5, so I'll gladly take that.
Someone said, "What is with that ERA?" I know. So my these numbers on the screen, they're auto posted from my spreadsheet, and it doesn't recognize the 0, so it's 0.83. Now keep in mind when you're looking at Flexen's ERA, most of that has been out of the bullpen, so it's a lot different. Pitching, I almost think ERA is a meaningless stat when you're looking at bullpen arms. I'm looking more. I think I've said this before. I think whip. I think a bullpen stat, a bullpen arm stat that should be implemented. Honestly, we should put it on our spreadsheets. Is like almost like football does success rate. Because it's almost like I don't care. What's he
Sierra?
Is that close? Well, it's in bullpen. It's like he went out there to pitch the 7th. Was it successful? Was it a successful? Because like sometimes they go out there and there's guys on base. Sometimes he goes out there. The situation varies. So I just want to know, like, was it a successful outing? And I think like a success rate, I feel like worked for whatever. We're getting sidetracked. TV Jones.
Yeah, I was gonna say we can't do this.
I'm with you. I kind of like Rodon to record the win. I don't know what that price is. I haven't seen one for that prop yet. But Rodon get the win. Yankees -1.5 at home Friday. I know they just had a crazy walk off and whatnot, but Chris Flexen, I mean, the numbers the Yankees have against him, they're
I know, it's wild.
Yeah, 51 plate appearances, nothing crazy, but they got a sub 14% strikeout rate, a 14% walk rate, 364 average, 614 slug, 453 WOBA. I mean, again, 51 plate appearances, but they've got great numbers. Bellinger's batting 300, Goldschmidt's batting 300, Judge is batting 500 with 2 homers, Volpe's batting 500 with a double, not to mention a double for Judge too. I mean, like, they have his number. So I think the Cubs just get blasted tomorrow in the Bronx. I think the Yankees kind of, they played horribly today, found a way to win. I think they kind of build on this, and then you got Rodon going, Cubs against the lefty. Yeah, everything just kind of points to Yankees smash spot here. Not to mention Fridays. Teams play better at home. I feel like on Fridays, a little bit of extra juice in the building. They're wearing their City Connects, the pinstripes.
Yankees don't have
City
Connects.
The pinstripes tomorrow.
I
know
that's not a thing in the Bronx.
I know.
And I promise, TV Jones, you're the only person that cares about the City Connects jerseys.
I'm telling you,
Let me
dig the numbers on that. Let me see. I want home team straight up and run line covers.
Actually, one of my data people from the Discord, for Trevor's sake, someone get me the stats on home teams on Friday nights, just to put TV Jones to sleep, to tell him there's nothing to the.
Look good, feel good, play good.
Make sure they're wearing the City Connects. Make sure you check that split.
Well, I mean, all Friday night teams would be except the Yankees, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so every Friday night home team. Well, actually, first we need to find out which teams wear City Connects jerseys on Friday night. We'll get that stat for TV Jones, and if he's wrong, he has to stop saying it. That's the deal.
And if I'm right, you need to put out shirts that say "Look good, feel good, play good."
That would be copyright.
I'm pretty sure that's been done. I'm pretty sure
that's Deion Sanders. He's had that copyrighted for 20 years.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
yeah.
That was Pat McAfee was saying that.
Prime beat me to it. Prime beat me to it.
Oh, fuck. I was only like 30 years behind. Son of a bitch.
Rockies Reds. I have a bet in this one. Under 9.5. Obviously, it's great American ballpark. And it's nice weather. We're into the summer months now. There's always going to be concern there, and maybe the weather gets me here, but I don't really know where the runs are coming from to get to 10 here. First of all, Herman Marquez has been pretty good. I'm not going to say he's been great, but he's been okay. He hasn't been nearly as bad as you think. I'll pull it up on the screen so you guys can see. So,
especially the road starts.
Yeah, obviously his home starts are in Coors Field, so you have to keep that in mind.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No, that's Chase Burns. Herman Marquez, I mean, yes, he got rocked in Coors, but on the road in Milwaukee, they've been killing the ball, the Brewers. Trevor hasn't shut up about it. 5 2/3, 6 base runners, 2 earned runs. That's a good start. At Coors, only 4 innings. Didn't let up a run to the Dodgers. On the road in Washington, 5 2/3 shutout. On the road in Atlanta, 5 innings, 1 run, just 7 base runners. The Mets, that was in Coors. On the road in Miami, the Marlins got to him a little bit, but still just 3 earned runs. On the road in Chicago at Wrigley, just 2 earned runs, 6 innings. Look, I'm not saying we should trust Herman Marquez. I'm just saying he hasn't been that bad, especially in his starts outside of Coors. Now, look at the Reds. I mean, look, we know they're going to snap out of it at some point, but this is not a lineup that's hitting. And they came through. They won a couple games in a row. But still, in the last 30 days, this is a bottom 5 lineup against righties. This is a bottom 5 lineup at home. This is a bottom 5 lineup overall. So, I mean, how are we getting to 10 runs here? Maybe the Reds snap out of it in a violent way and put up a 10 spot tonight, or tomorrow night, I should say. But on paper, I think Marquez should be all right here. And on the other side, Chase Burns, very highly touted prospect. We really haven't gotten a good look at him. He came out, his debut was against the Yankees, and he pitched well. After that, he went on the road to Fenway. By the way, he was tipping his pitches in this game. This is a weird start. The Red Sox knew what he would like. You know, baseball people know tipping your pitches. They knew what pitch was coming. And then after that, he went on the road to Philadelphia. So I feel like this kid really hasn't gotten a fair shake. And this game stayed under, by the way. He only let up 1 run. So, I mean, I feel like against the Rockies on the road, this is a chance for Chase Burns to pitch well. I think this should be a flat 9. So I bet this under 9.5.
I'll just follow you really quick. Same idea. First 5 under 5 for me. You said pretty much everything I wanted to say. Marquez, after the first month and a half of the season where he was just getting throttled by everybody, he really has started to figure things out. I mean, over his last 7 starts, he got killed by the Dodgers and kind of in Coors by the Mets and that White Sox went in Coors. But I mean, besides that, he's been really good. And then as far as and like Kyle said, Chase Burns has been really good. That start at home was against the Yankees. Obviously, the Yankees offense is miles better than this Rockies offense, and he had 8 strikeouts in that game in 5 innings. I mean, this kid has a lot of talent, and I've said this many times on the show. Weird things happen in Boston. A lot of times these guys get blown up. I honestly sometimes just throw those things completely out, on top of the fact that they say that he was tipping his pitches. So I just have a hard time believing that either one of these guys gets blown up. So I just thought that 5 was way too many in the first 5.
TV Jones.
Yeah, Chase Burns over 6.5 outs. Strikeouts. I was gonna say absolutely nuke the over 6.5.
Yeah.
No, it's over 6.5 Ks minus 105. I'm seeing here now. Minus 215 for a guy making his 3rd or 4th start's a little crazy to me. I don't want to dabble on picking a side here. If you're going to play the Reds, I say you probably just play minus 1.5. Don't get cute. But I think Chase Burns is going to be fine. Yes, he was tipping his pitches. He got absolutely blasted, but the Rockies aren't a smart enough organization to pick up on that. I mean, let's just be honest here. They're a complete joke of an organization. And if you look at righties versus the Rockies as of late, they've on the road, pitchers have gone 6, 10, 6, 8, 11, 6, 9, 5, 15, 13, going back to June 14th. So, I mean, the last 10, they're striking out like crazy, and we saw what Chase Burns can do. And the Rockies are a AAA team at best. I think Chase Burns just slices and dices. I may ladder up to 8 or 9, just kind of, and if he gets 7, I think he probably gets more than that. I think he just absolutely cruises. I think Colorado really struggles tomorrow. So Chase Burns over strikeouts for me.
Let's move on. Next up, we got Rays, Red Sox. I mean, I took the same exact bet as I did tonight. I got the same exact bet at the same exact price on the same exact sports book. Boston minus 102 again. Yes, I know Rasmussen is a hell of a lot better than Taj Bradley. So I get that. Dobbins also hasn't pitched in a month, although he did look sharp in his rehab start. But I'm going to rinse and repeat the same thing I've been saying over and over again. This Rays team is still overpriced, in my opinion. This team is 4-9 in their last 13 games. I don't think they're very good. I don't think we could trust this lineup outside of their Little League ballpark they play in. So the fact that we're getting a pick'em in Boston, I think the Red Sox are the significantly better team. So despite the starting pitching advantage going to Tampa, I'm getting the significantly better team, the significantly hotter lineup. I mean, the Red Sox are probably the hottest lineup in baseball right now, crushing the ball at home. And by the way, Rasmussen is the opener for Joe Boyle, I'm hearing. That's what someone was saying in the voice chat. So apparently Rasmussen is not even going out for a full start here. Nope. So I don't even know how Rasmussen only might pitch an inning or 2. So yeah, to get a minus 102, same thing I said today. I know today was a little sweaty. It wasn't really the comfortable win I thought it would be, but this is just mispriced. Guys, I don't think the Rays are very good. Toast.
Rasmussen's getting limited, by the way. His innings are up there already, and they don't want to overdo it. So I think he's only going to be pitching like 3 or 4 innings at most per outing from here on out.
Wait, from here on out? I thought it was just until the All-Star
for the rest of the season. I mean, it could be, but I was under the assumption it was the rest of the season due to how many innings he already had under his belt.
So he's only going to go like 2 or 3 innings.
Yeah, my guess is like 3 or 4 at most.
It's because he hasn't pitched. He's already pitched 89 innings right now. In 2024 and 2023, I think it was like 60, 70 innings or something like that. So that's like part of it. And so now the Rays didn't want to like not use him. And so they had to figure out a plan to let him continue to pitch, but yet not go a whole bunch of innings. So they're bringing up that Joe Boyle guy who's like a super hard, he throws like 100 miles an hour over and over again. So I think they're just going to try to use those two together as like a combined starter. This is just another innovation that the Rays, I mean, this is nothing new for the Rays. Keep in mind, the Rays invented the bullpen games. So this is nothing new to this organization. They've probably been planning this for a while. But I do agree with you, Sauce. Boston money line or pass. Hunter Dobbins has been like fantastic at home.
He hasn't pitched.
Yankees. Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that when he was at home, he had pitched really, really well. So I didn't bet the game. I still think it's a kind of a coin flip for either one of them, but it would only be Boston or pass.
How are we still polling Rays? I swear to God, our viewers love the Rays. They'll lose for 4 weeks straight on this team. TV Jones.
No, I'm glad I hopped off of the Rays when I did because that was a fun month. I'd be pissed off if I kept betting them after that. But yeah, Boston, clean sweep here. Joe Boyles looked good. I mean, he's gone 10 innings so far this year. 5 of them was back in April. Then 5 the last time was on the 6th, so 4 or 5 days ago. 2 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks, 0 earned all year. So I mean, like he's been fine. But Boston's lineup they've just been on a whole nother level. They're absolutely cruising. So I would play Boston with you at home. One caveat to my look good, feel good, play good system might be these Boston Athletic jerseys that they wear. I don't think they like them. They're ugly as shit. So that may affect their play a little bit tomorrow. They look like the Boston Athletics. They're ugly. Why not just wear the yellow marathon uniforms on Fridays?
I think you're putting too much thought into the uniform.
No, I'm serious, dude. They're pro athletes, man. You're getting paid all this money. You got to look good to feel good to play good.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Dion said it best.
I'm glad you shared that insight with us. We're on to Seattle, Detroit. I I don't know how. Where's the path to getting over 7? Where's the path to Seattle having a chance to win this game? I don't freaking know. This is the easiest pass on the board. Obviously I think the Tigers win the game, but I'll put Tigers money line up because I think it probably should be like minus 240. So I guess technically I would lean the Tigers, but no, I'm not betting this.
Over 6.5 for me, minus 125. I'm getting Luis Castillo on the road versus a whole bunch of power lefties coming off of 2 really good starts against really lackluster offenses in Pittsburgh and Texas. I've said this for years on the show. I just don't think that this guy's good. I think that he's more than capable of giving up 3 to 5 runs tomorrow. The Rays have also seen some pretty decent right-handed starters with Littell and Pepio and Baz and Gavin Williams. And so I don't really worry about the Detroit offense personally. And as far as Skubal goes, yeah, he's been really, really good. But he's also hasn't given up a run in his last 2 starts. I just feel like sooner or later he's going to give up a run. And all I need him to do is give up 1 or 2 to the Seattle offense that has hit some lefties over the – I mean, I'm not trying to make a case that I think they're going to get to him or anything like that. But 6.5 is small for a number where I think that the Tigers could put up 5. So as long as the Mariners don't get blanked, which is possible, but Skubal's not going to be in there forever. And like I said, I don't think he's going to actually shut him out. So over 6.5, I did bet this.
TV Jones.
Yeah, I kind of want to. I mean, the weather's not great tomorrow. I mean, we're looking at 45%, 46% chance of rain to start the game, wind blowing in. So this game might get delayed or even postponed potentially. I'm thinking probably just delayed a little bit. But Skubal, I think, is going to be fine. I'm trying to find what his earned run prop is right now because I want under.
Well, hold on. Is there any credence to Skubal possibly being held back a little bit because he's going to start the All-Star game?
No, they could care less.
I agree. I was just throwing it out there.
I don't see a number. 2 plus earned is plus 120 for Skubal. So I mean, I'm guessing like minus 140 to 150 or whatever for the under 1.5. I don't hate that. Oh, damn! Tatis just got robbed from a home run. It would be under 1.5. I kind of want to get crazy and just take Mariners to get blanked. I mean, shitty weather. They're coming off of just a demoralizing loss tonight. You can get the under 1.5, 2 to 1. You can get under half a run plus 560. Under 2.5, I will probably be on this no matter what. But I might sprinkle a little bit on them to get shut out. I mean, this feels like a spot. I mean, you just had a game locked up, no hit, and then you blew it. Now you got to go face Tariq Skubal in this Detroit bullpen with wind blowing in at 6-7 miles an hour and just shitty weather. I think they're gonna be in absolute hell tomorrow.
7 miles an hour? Shit. I'm cashing out.
Detroit's the Colorado of the North. That stadium just runs fly.
Detroit's the Colorado of the North.
Colorado's
like not even in the South. All right, listen.
If you ask Biz from the TNT Hockey Show, he says Colorado is in the South. Just a fun fact.
Oh, all right. I'm
ridiculous.
I'm glad you shared that with us. Pirates on the road in Minnesota, and another game, kind of the same thing I said in the last one. I promise I have a bunch of bets. We just haven't gotten to them yet. Can I bet 0-0 after 7? Like, who is scoring runs in this freaking game? I'll put under up. I probably would lean the Pirates. You don't get Skeens a plus money often, but I don't see how there's an avenue to the Pirates scoring on Joe Ryan, who's been excellent at home. The Pirates bats suck, but I'm not really trusting the Twins to get the Skeens either. If I was to bet this game, I'll probably do like a cool, like, the score to be 0-0 after 7 or something fun. Pass.
It'd be first 5 under 3.5 minus 135 or pass. So I'm not betting this. I would lean the Pirates too. I would agree that you don't really get Skeens at plus money, but I have zero interest betting this game. I mean, you're only going to see Paul Skeens he's only went past the 5th inning once over his last 5 starts, I think it is, which was that start on the road in Detroit. So I have a feeling that they just don't want to continue to extend him that much, not because of the All-Star game or anything like that, but I just think they can have him pitched towards the end of the year. So if he's out there going out 7-8 innings every night, his arm's not going to let him do that. So I just don't trust the Pirates to go full game that way. But I do think that under the first 5 under 3.5 would be the bet I made.
TV Jones.
Yeah, you can go on FanDuel. You can get first 5 tie plus 340. So, I mean, you even have a little bit of leeway if both score a run or something. But I already bet the Twins minus 117. The Pirates love nothing more than to have Paul Skeens just dominate teams and lose his outings. Like, he's got like a 1.72 ERA or something, and they're like 4-14 in his last like 18 outings or something. Like, it's bad.
They
like,
never score for this guy. They never.
Dude, they don't. We need to get a GoFundMe to get Paul Skeens out of fucking Pittsburgh, because this is just a travesty. What the fuck's going on? Send him up to Milwaukee where teams win and get him run support. So I can
promise you he does not want to go to Milwaukee. I can
promise you he will definitely not be in Milwaukee.
Paul Skeens isn't a flashy guy. Small market team, great city. He'll love it here.
He'll be in New York or LA.
I was gonna say his girlfriend is. Promise you, he's a simp. He'll follow her.
He wouldn't.
She'll love the good land.
He wouldn't pick a baseball team based on his girlfriend. At least I hope not.
But yeah, Twins. Just no run support for Skeens ever. The bullpen's trash. And I know the Twins got obliterated today, but they're going to bounce back tomorrow for Joe Ryan. He just got announced the All-Star game. I think he comes out and absolutely shoves. So, Minnesota minus 117.
Let's move on to the next one where I actually have a bet, and it's a bet I like. Mets, Royals in Kansas City. Give me the Royals. I got a plus 125. I don't think you can get that anymore, but you could still get close. If you look, it looks like you could still get a plus 120 if you look. I wouldn't be surprised if this closes at like plus 108, plus 105. I think this is going to be a nice ticket to be holding. You got the Mets coming off a double header. They fly from Baltimore out to Kansas City to play a rested Royals team with Michael Wacha on the mound. I know Kodai Senga is pitching for the Mets. I get it, but I mean, this is his first start back from an injury. He made one rehab start in Double-A, got crushed. He got rocked in Double-A, gave up 4 runs and 6 hits in just 3 2/3 innings. So I don't even know how deep Kodai Senga is going to go into this game. Coming back from injury, got rocked in his rehab start, and the All-Star break's right on deck. The Mets are not going to push this guy deep into the game. I'd be surprised if his pitch count gets past 70. So even if Kodai Senga is absolutely dealing, I don't think we'll see him past the 4th inning. And we're talking about the Mets coming off a double header here. I just think this number's way off. I got the Royals at plus 125. I think I'll be sitting on a real nice ticket. So I'm on Kansas City here. I like this one.
Trev?
Yeah, I got Kansas City plus 127. Everything you just said. I mean, Senga terrible in the minors, and the doubleheader plus travel today. As much as I've liked betting Caglione under hits, runs, RBIs, he's just absolutely just punched me in the mouth the last couple of days. He's just hitting rockets. He might have.
Keep talking because PCA did the same thing to you today. So I thank you.
Wait, hold on. Do you like that guy Caglione? People are. I'm getting tagged in tweets about him, like tagging you. Like people are DMing.
Oh, you're getting tagged? I'm getting tagged in fucking everything. Everything. Discord, Twitter, everywhere. Every time he does something, at me. Like, I get it, okay? He had 2 home runs. Congratulations. He did dick dick shit after that. That's all he's had is just the 2 home runs. But yeah, I mean, Royals, they're healthy. They're at home. I know they're not hitting, don't score much, but they've been all right at home lately. And the Mets just have not looked great whatsoever. I mean, with that bullpen comes in, nothing's safe. So plus 127, I grabbed the Royals for earlier.
As far as the Mets bullpen goes, I will say it's not in the worst shape. They're going to have Diaz and Reed Garrett available. So despite the doubleheader, they didn't absolutely cook the bullpen, but they did play 18 innings of baseball and then have to fly from Baltimore to Kansas City, and the Royals are completely rested. So, yeah, I like this one. Toast?
Just one of the easiest passes on the board. I think that neither one of you guys mentioned Michael Wacha's name, I think, once. So that was convenient that you guys left that out, that he's been absolutely terrible. So to trust him.
He has not been absolutely terrible.
Let's go through the game logs. Show me
Show me
the last time that Michael Wacha, what you went out there and was like, damn, that was a good start, Michael.
June 19th.
Go ahead. Show me.
June 19th.
Against who?
The Rangers.
Oh, wow. Impressive.
Dude, he never pitches at home.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah.
All right, whatever. Yeah, Royals up. Next up, Rangers Astros over.
Oh, I got that too. 8? You got 8?
Damn right.
Oh yeah, let's go. Okay.
Yeah, what are they doing giving us an 8?
I don't know. I thought that was weird too. I thought I was missing something.
Yeah, I don't really understand. I'm pretty confident this one closes at 8.5. In fact, let me look to see if it's moved at all.
It was one of those ones where I had been like especially like over the last week, kind of successful with overs, and so I was like, you know what, I'm not going to overthink this one. It's 8. I think it should be 8.5. Let's go.
Yep, same exact thoughts. I think it closes at 8.5. It looks like the 8s are minus 115 now, so maybe I got a minus 110, so maybe it moved a little bit. I do think it'll close at 8.5. Texas is swinging the bat. They've scored like 50 runs in their last 4 games. They are killing the ball. Going into the teacup here against McCullers, who can't get anyone out. I don't see any reason to doubt the Rangers bats. Yeah, they're flying from LA to Houston, but it doesn't matter. They're crushing the ball right now. The Rangers bats seem to be back in a violent way. It's only been a few days, so you don't want to completely overreact. But plus 112 with an 8 total. That means the implied total for the Rangers is around 3.4. I'm sorry, 3.8. But yeah, the Rangers are killing the ball. They should have no problem scoring runs on McCullers. On the other side, look, the Astros bats haven't been all that great. They got swept by Cleveland in that series, but before that, they were hitting the ball. I don't really like Jack Leiter. I know Toast does, but I like how
splits.
Yeah, Jack Leiter struggles against righty bats. Houston's loaded with righty bats. I'll pull it up so you guys can see it. But honestly, I placed this bet before I even saw that, so that was just icing on the cake for me. I like how Houston's coming off the embarrassing sweep from Cleveland. So I think they have a good outing, and I think Jack Leiter gets hit up. But to see the splits that Toast is talking about here, Jack Leiter, he's got nice numbers against lefties, struggles against righty bats. Houston is loaded with righties. All they have is righties. So
they won't have a lefty in the lineup tomorrow.
Yeah, nine righties.
Not one.
Yeah, over 8.
And you can pretty much copy and paste that same thing for Lance McCullers. Really struggles versus righty bats. Only the top 2 guys, and then Evan Carter. But Smith and Seager, I mean, I don't really worry about Corey Seager hitting left or right-handed pitching, and Josh Smith has been very good so far this year for them. So essentially why he's batting leadoff at 287 average. So, and I don't really trust either one of these bullpens personally. I know that the Texas bullpen has been better as of late, but they're still a bottom third bullpen in my estimation. And I know that the Astros bullpen has been better too, but besides the main guys in that Astros bullpen, and I don't really even trust Josh Hader personally, but besides like Hader and Abreu, and I guess King has been fine, like all those other guys are really hit or miss for me. So, I mean, you're only one Hector Neris inning away from an easy over. So yeah, I played over 8.
Yeah, let's do it. You with us, TV Jones?
Yeah, I already played the over 8 too. So, I mean, just rinse and repeat what you guys said, but McCullers at home too, like, terrible. I mean, the Cubs 8 off of him. White Sox got 4 off of him, and the A's got 3 off of him. Seattle got 2 off of him in 4 innings, and then the Reds got 7 off of him in a third of an inning. He really struggles at home. On the road, he's given up 1, 0, 0, and 0. So, I mean, like, he's really good on the road. He just is terrible in this park, and Texas is hitting too, and I have absolutely zero faith in Jack Leiter also. He throws way too many pitches, gets in trouble. So you're going to get into that Texas bullpen too. So I like the over. If I had to pick a side, it honestly probably would be Texas, but I'm not picking a side in this game to bet.
Yeah, let's do it. I like this one. There's a few bets I like on this one on this Friday night. Let's move on to the next one. Washington, Milwaukee. The Priest struggles with lefties. TV Jones struggles. Oh, you know what? Before TV Jones goes, let's get caught up on the voice chat. I keep forgetting. Marlins, Orioles. Jacob's on the first 5 under 5.5. TJ's on the first 5 under 5. On to the next one. Cubs, Yankees. Adams on the under 9.5. Oh yeah, I remember him talking about that. He did like the under there. Asted's on the first 5 under. In the Rockies Reds game, Adams on the Reds team total under. Asted's on Chase Burns 10 plus strikeouts. So yeah, Trevor's on those strikeouts as well. Jacobs on first 5 under 5, first 3 under 3. Boba's on Chase Burns to record a win. I remember him saying that. He likes Chase Burns to record his first win. Which, I mean, if there's time to record your first win, it's home against the Rockies. Rays,
on Friday night.
Yes, in the City Connects.
Those blacked out jerseys, fuck yeah.
Rays, Red
Padres
Sox.
victory, thank you.
Adams on the under 9. Spoon leads Rays there. I don't think he took it though. But yes, he did say lead Rays. Seattle, Detroit. Jacobs on Tigers -1. Gigi's on Detroit team total over 3.5. Adams on Detroit team total over 3.5. Boba's on Scooble 10 plus Ks. TJ's on Detroit -1.5. Next row. Sorry, voice chat people. I fell behind. Kind of getting steamrolled here. All right. Pirates, Twins. Adam is on the Pirates team total under 3.5. Kind of hard to argue with that. They're averaging about 1 run a game in scheme starts. Jacob's on the Twins money line. TJ's on the Twins money line. Boba's on first 3 under 1.5. That's not a typo. First 3 under 1.5 in that one. In the Joe Ryan Skeens game. Asted's on the first 5 under 3. Kevin, McIver was in there. Pirates first 5 money line for McIver. In the Mets Royals game, yeah, I gave a pretty compelling speech, and everyone we're group ride on the Royals. Gigi is on the under 9.5. Everyone else in the chat took the Royals. We kind of all took it collectively. Rangers, Astros, yeah, kind of the same. We all took the over there. Over 8. Jacob, Boba, Adams on both pitcher over walks. And Mark's on tight end team total over. Tight end. Texas team total over 3.5 and over 8. It's a typo. Washington, Milwaukee. Priest against lefties. Are you worried? TV Jones.
Absolutely not. Last 60 plate appearances versus lefties. He's the lowest xFIP on the board of all starting pitchers tomorrow. 157. 33% chase percentage, almost a 32% strikeout percentage with a 3.3% walk percentage. He's been fine. I know Washington on the road. That's where you like to back them. Brewers off of the Dodgers sweep. They got the day off, rest up. They're right there for the division. We're like 1.5 games behind. We're creeping up. I don't think that Mitchell Parker is going to be a guy that comes in and shuts his lineup down, and that the Nationals just absolutely beat the shit out of Quinn Priester. He's been really good versus lefties at home. Not to mention that bullpen's been really good as of late too, and they're going to come in behind him. I don't think the Brewers are a team that are going to be coasting to the All-Star break like some of these other teams, but because we're right there and we can get this. So the offense did not look amazing versus the Dodgers minus game 1, but the pitching has been elite, and the bullpen's coming in and locking games down. So Washington absolutely beat the shit out of Cardinals 2 days ago. Last night they didn't do anything, or today they did nothing. And I don't really think they're going to have a lot of success tomorrow too. So I like the Brewers. I actually played the Brewers over 4.5 versus lefties. This team has just been last 4 weeks versus lefties. They've been just killing lefties lefties. 138 WRC plus, a 838 OPS, sub 18% strikeout rate, and 8% walk rate. I mean, they've been hitting lefties like crazy. So I played the over 4.5. Was tempted with a -1 or -1.5, but ultimately just played the team total. I think you're gonna beat the shit out of Mitchell Parker at home on Friday night.
What price do you get on a team total over 4?
-115.
-115. Someone in the comments wants to know if the Brewers have this one circled.
This is not a circle game, but it's not a game we walk through either. They'll be just
Semicircled.
No, this is not a circle game.
It's not circled.
We don't overuse the circle games.
Toast, do the Nats have this one circled?
I don't know. There's a part of me, not just because of today, but this Nationals team is just really. I don't know. It's getting really hard to back. I only lean Nationals. I mean, you have the Brewers coming off the Dodgers series. They had a day off, and now they got to get up to play one of the worst teams, in the National League. Like, it's just not a spot that I'm looking to lay heavy juice with the Brewers. I'm not arguing that the Brewers are the better team, obviously, and they've been really good versus lefties. I mean, how much are those numbers exposed because you blew up four guys? I mean, Freeland, Heaney, Luzardo for 12, and Abbott for 5. I mean, that's more dead clock being right twice a day than anything in my eyes. So it's just not something that I trust. So I just end up passing.
For me, it would just be over or pass. This isn't a game I bet, but it would just be over or pass. Quinn Priester, shitty splits against lefties. The Nats have a bunch of them. I really don't have much to say, so I'm not going to waste any more of your time.
That's how I was.
Voice chat picks for this one. Wow, we got a bunch of picks here. A lot of people in the voice chat are betting this game. Spoon's on Brewers -1. Jacob's on Brewers -1 twice. Boba's on Quinn Priester to record a win. Adam's on the over 8.5. Kevin McIver's on Brewers team total over 4.5. Next up,
Spoon's a closet Brewers fan.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if the Nationals get up even into like the 160s, I'm probably gonna take a stab. Our 70s, excuse me. I'll probably take a stab.
you gonna take a stab?
We'll get there when that time comes.
So obviously we're out of order. This is actually the first game. This game's at 3:10 p.m. It's the first leg of a doubleheader. So I forgot to reorder the games with the doubleheader. I have to go into the graphics and reorder them. I forgot to do that. So this is actually the first game. I didn't even look at it, to be honest.
Me neither. I had a bet on the over before. I have zero interest betting this doubleheader.
Yeah, I'll bet it. Under 8.5. I mean, it's the only game on, and I was going to bet I had the under tonight, and it got postponed. Shane Smith at home, I think he'll be fine. Gavin Williams will be fine. We got wind blowing in 9 miles an hour from right field. Some overcast, a little bit of rain potentially midway later in the game. It's a divisional AL Central under also. So, yeah, just give me the under 8.5 and move along.
Move along sounds good to me. Let's move on to the next game, which is Atlanta Cardinals. Let's do it. Got a great number here. I don't know if you can still get it.
I really hope you didn't play Atlanta.
No, I got the Cardinals at -108.
Oh yeah, so did I. Okay.
So we bet this. So, all right. So you guys know the Braves have not been good against lefties. We were just talking about this last night. That's why I picked the Athletics on the show last night, despite being JP Sears. I still said A's or pass because the Braves have not been hitting lefties. And I actually want to pull it up on the screen and show you. So 1 sec. All right. So we got Holmes against Liberator. And I want to start by talking about the Braves against lefties. So obviously, we were just talking about this last night. This is a bottom 10 lineup against lefties, not just in the last 30 days, on the entire season. The Braves haven't been hitting lefties all year. And if you look specifically at the lefty starters they've seen, I mean, who have they gotten to? The answer is nobody. They've gotten to nobody on this list. Jeffrey Springs, Trevor Rogers, Kikuchi, Tyler Anderson. Okay, some of these are excusable. Ranger Suarez is the man. Luzardo, David Peterson. So some of the Crochet. Some of these are acceptable. Some of these are not. And tonight, they may have scored 3 runs on JP Sears, but they did not get to him. He pitched 5 innings. They only had 4 hits. So they were making JP Sears, the Braves lineup, were making JP Sears look good in a home game in 103-degree heat with wind blowing out to dead center. And JP Sears looked pretty good. So I think this Braves lineup has to be a blind fade against lefties. Not to mention it's Liberator, who's having a pretty good season. Maybe not quite as good as of late. So it's the Braves against the lefty, which I like to fade. It's the Braves that ended up going into extra innings after we placed the bet. Because we all took the Cardinals at -108. Then the Braves ended up going into extras. What's the line? Nah, I'm guessing you can't get that anymore. Oh, no, you could still get a -116, though. So it hasn't moved that much. I think the Cardinals might close -128. Honestly, the Braves just played extra innings all the way out in Sacramento. They had to fly to St. Louis to play a Cardinals team that didn't have to go anywhere. A Cardinals team that scored 8 runs today, bringing some momentum into this one. Yeah, I like
Braves
the
bullpen too.
And the Braves bullpen, they wanted, yeah. So I like the advantage for the Cardinals across the board. That Cardinals at -108, probably my favorite bet of the day. At first, it was just a lean. And we started talking about it in the voice chat, and I was like, I kind of like this. No, I really like this. And then the Braves went to extra innings, and I was like, I love this bet. So, yeah, I really like my position on the Cardinals at -108. If you can't get the -108, I still think you're good to go grab it, the FanDuel at -116 right now.
Yeah. I would say anything minus 120 would still be a go, personally. But the only thing I can really add is Dylan Lee back-to-back days. Iglesias worked today, and Hernandez worked back-to-back days as well. So your top 3 arms all worked today. 2 of them are 2 of the last 3 days, and they have to travel to the middle of nowhere. I like St. Louis a lot tomorrow as well.
Are you with us, TV Jones?
Yep, rinse and repeat. Cardinals money line for me. I'll bet this when it opens, but it's still not open for me. But yeah, no way I'm playing Atlanta. This is a broken team right now.
Yeah. Oh well, I wouldn't go that far. I don't. The Cardinals lineup has been a little shaky for a while too. Let's be fair. I just like how they don't have to travel, and they scored 8 runs today. So maybe it's a little bit of the Cardinals snapping out of it. But regardless, the bullpen, the travel, the lefty, there's just so many things in the Cardinals' favor here. Next up, voice chat picks. So in the Brewers, we talked about that one already. No bets for the doubleheader. Let's go down to the next row here, and the next row is Braves Cardinals. Cardinals. Yeah, we pretty much all like the Cardinals in the voice chat. That was another one where we were kind of all on board. Next up, Diamondbacks, Angels. I got nothing here, Toast. One of you guys want to take this one? Yeah?
Oh, yeah. Arizona first 5, money line minus 125. Could be one of my favorite bets of the day. I've been saying this for a few weeks now, if you rewind, guys. Ryan Nelson is one of the best pitchers in Major League Baseball right now that nobody knows his name and talks about. Again, I'm going to keep saying it. John gave me the blessing as well, so I'm going to continue to keep on saying it. I mean, over this kid's last 7 starts, he went into Cincinnati in that dry, humid air where the ball flies, and he got absolutely slaughtered in 3 innings. But prior to that, or besides that, home against Pittsburgh, 6 2/3, no runs. Home against San Diego, 5 innings, 1 run. On the road at Toronto, 5 2/3, 1 run. On the road at Chicago White Sox, 5 innings, 1 run. At home against the Giants, 6 2/3, 2 runs. At home against the Royals, 7 innings, 1 run. I mean, this kid is pitching absolutely fantastic. No one knows his name. No one's talking about it. And I do trust that the Snakes offense is starting to pitch a little or hit a little bit better. On top of all of that, Tyler Anderson is not good, and he struggles versus lefty bats mightily. And not to mention, Arizona just got embarrassed today. Manny and Tatis went nuclear on these guys. Now they only got to go about 20 minutes down the road. They're going to be just fine. I don't worry about no travel. I really love Arizona in the first 5 tomorrow.
TV Jones.
Yeah, I like Diamondbacks over 4.5 minus 125. That's what I'm seeing on DraftKings. I don't know what the best price is, but versus lefties, I mean, Bubich, they got 3 off of Robbie Ray. They got 2. I mean, just versus lefties lately, 3, 2, 3, 9, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 3, 2, 7. I mean, they're just getting to lefty starters here, and now you're going to get the Angels bullpen too. I mean, we saw what Texas did. I mean, Arizona's offense is fine right now, and Texas couldn't do anything, and they went into LA and just absolutely lit it up. So I mean, like, if there's a spot to get your offense right, it's gonna be in LA with the wind blowing out about 8 miles an hour and 76 degrees at first pitch. So I mean, I think the Diamondbacks have no issue scoring. And Toast is right. Ryan Nelson's been fucking damn good this year. Cincinnati busted his ass like 4 or 5 starts ago, but other than that, he's been fucking lights out. So, yeah, maybe even. But this feels like a cheap price for that, though. That's what scares me. It makes me think the bullpen probably fucking blows this game. But Diamondbacks, I think, absolutely gets into Anderson in that bullpen. So I'm just gonna take the over 4.5.
Ryan Nelson's had 1 bad start since May 20th. Just for the record.
Yeah, and he has been really good. It's just the Angels' bats scare me. They just seem to be hitting everybody, but maybe that's coming to a close. Did you say that Diamondbacks team total over was minus 125?
Yeah, on DraftKings. I don't know what the best price you can get is, but that's just what DraftKings has right now.
I guess I'll say Diamondbacks or pass, but no, I don't really have much interest in this one.
I only stuck to the first try because I don't trust that bullpen at all in any way. Rested, I don't care.
They're 27th or worse in every fucking major category. It's a joke.
I want nothing to do with that.
As far as the voice chat goes, Spoon is on the Diamondbacks as well. Jacob's on Diamondbacks first 5 and Diamondbacks full game.
Double result.
Okay.
Next up.
Okay.
Phillies, Padres. Oh, guys, we have 3 more games. For those of you that want to stick around for 7.5 minutes, I have a video that it's 7.5 minutes long. I think you guys will find it interesting. I'll hang out and answer questions after.
It's worth your 10 minutes, guys. I've already seen it. It's well worth your 10 minutes.
It's 7 minutes and 40 seconds. And I'll hang out after if you guys have any questions or anything. Phillies, Padres in San Diego. So it's tough to make a case for the Padres hitting Ranger Suarez. I'll come out and say that, Toast.
Well, Omar Cruz is a young goat, but I do agree. The Phillies absolutely own the Padres. The Padres can't hit left-handed pitching. Let me get the number for you guys. Over the last, let me count that, 15. Philadelphia is 12-4 the last 16 times they've played this Padres team. It's just not going to happen. I would actually lay it with the Phillies if I'm not going to, because I do think that Cruz and Berger are actually decent guys that could at least give this Phillies team some trouble, but I do agree that I think it's a Phillies spot. It's just a little bit too juicy for me with this Phillies offense that I don't really trust right now, and you're going to be seeing multiple arms from the Padres that aren't well-known guys, but that do have a lot of live stuff. I mean, you've seen guys like Nunez come up and David Morgan and whatnot. So the Padres have a lot of really good young arms in the minor league. So I don't really think it's just going to be really easy for the Phillies to get to these guys. But that being said, Ranger Suarez has been damn near untouchable this whole season. And any time that he's faced the Padres, he's been untouchable. Last year, he faced the Padres twice, 14 total innings, only 2 runs. It would only be the Phillies for me. I wish I could get there with the Padres at a big plus price, but not to mention the fact that the Padres used everybody in their bullpen again. So now we're going to be in another one of those situations I like to talk about, that the Padres bullpen is not going to have mostly their A squad with Suarez, Adam, Morihone, and Estrada all working tonight. That puts them all 2 of the last 3 days. So heavy lean to Philadelphia.
I mean, obviously, I don't disagree that I think the Phillies win this game. It's kind of exactly what I said last night for the Diamondbacks-Padres game. I don't think the Phillies are that much better than the Padres, that they should be minus 164 in San Diego. Kind of like last night. Obviously, it was a favorable matchup for the Diamondbacks, but they were minus 125 on the road. That means minus 140, minus 145 on a neutral field, minus 165 in Arizona. I just don't think the Diamondbacks are that much better than the Padres. It's the same thing here. I think the Padres are a top 5, top 6 NL team, and you just don't lay minus 164 on the road to them. That being said, try to make a case for the Padres to hit Ranger Suarez. You can't do it. So I guess it would be under pass, but I don't have a bet in this one.
This is a bullpen day for Padres, right? Or are they just going to let Berger go like 5 innings, try to get him through 5?
I'm not. I don't know if they've made that decision or not yet, but I would assume that depending on who they bring up, but if Cruz actually gets onto the roster, they're probably going to use him. I just don't know. I don't think we know yet 100%, but close to a bullpen day, yes.
Gotcha. Well, either way, it would be Philly minus 132. I'm seeing Padres versus lefty. Congratulations, you hit Eduardo Rodriguez. And tremendous work. You've fixed your slump, but they just can't hit lefties. I mean, 4 tonight, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. They're not lighting up lefties at all. And Ranger Suarez has been damn good since he came back. And the Padres, again, just I don't trust them versus lefty. And then you got Berger coming in after Cruz. It potentially is a bullpen day too, or they're just going to leave Berger out there to die so they can kind of save that bullpen a little bit. So it would be Philly or nothing for me in this game. Not to mention wind's blowing out. It's going to be like 75, 80 degrees tomorrow too. It's going to be nice hitting weather.
All right, let's take a look at the voice chat for this one. And just a couple bets here. Boba likes Ranger Suarez to record a win. Jacob's on the Phillies minus 1. Spoon's name is written, but no pick, so maybe he was indecisive. Whoa. All right, next up is Blue Jays, A's. I have a bet in this one. I'm surprised you can still get around the same price I did. I took this
because Max Scherzer's on the mound. I think that's why.
Could just bet your fee.
Dude,
he loves giving up a solo
TV joke comment.
I'm not doing it, but
so I'm on the Blue Jays at minus 144. Look, I understand Max Scherzer's on the mound, but Toronto's coming into this one they had a day off against a righty starter who, not just any righty starter, it's Severino, who has looked terrible. I mean, he just doesn't look like he's struggling. He cannot pitch at all. Let me pull up his game log so you can see it. The wheels have fallen off for Severino. I mean, when's the last time he threw a good start? It pitched a good game. In his last 3 starts, he's allowed 17 runs. In the start before that, he allowed 10 base runners for the Astros. Wheels are just falling off for Severino. And I mean, he's been terrible in this ballpark all year. He said from the beginning of the season he hated it in this ballpark. Like, he never liked pitching here. So he hasn't been good here all year. He's particularly struggling right now. You've got the Blue Jays lineup who have been basically, I don't know what happened with Adrian Hauser yesterday. So I don't know what happened with Hauser. But other than Hauser, they've been tattooing every single righty they've seen. So you got Severino who's struggles in that ballpark. The Blue Jays who are murdering right-handed pitching. On the other side, yes. Oh, and by the way, on top of everything I just said, it's supposed to be 103 degrees with wind blowing out the dead center. So, like, the Blue Jays team total over 10.5, maybe? No.
That's what I played.
The Blue Jays are going to crush the ball. Or let me rephrase. On paper, the Blue Jays should score 8 or 9 runs in this game. Now, on the other side, I know there's some concern about Max Scherzer. I get it. The way I'm looking at it with my bet here, kind of looking at it like, this is what I said in the voice chat, I'm kind of looking at it like a Texas Tech football game. You're going to score a few touchdowns, but you're going to need 55 to win this one. So, like, yeah, they're going to score a couple runs off Scherzer, but they're going to need to put up a big one to win this number. So, Blue Jays score a bunch of runs and win, -144. Add in the fact that the A's just went to extra innings. The Blue Jays had the day off. They've been in Sacramento waiting. The A's just finished a few minutes ago. So, add in that as well. Yeah, I got the Blue Jays at -144. I think it closes at -160. Toast?
Blue Jays team total over 5.5, -108 on FanDuel. Just continuing to find ways to attack Severino when he's at home. I didn't really like the spot. That's why I bet the White Sox the other day, because the Blue Jays had just killed the White Sox in 2 straight games, and now they were going to face a really step up in competition as far as pitching goes. I think that Adrian Hauser is pitching night and day better than Luis Severino. So the Blue Jays are back to another low-end starter who they've been absolutely tattooing over the last month and a half, or pretty much the whole season, especially from the right-handed side. So, I already bet this Blue Jays team total over 5.5 at -108. Not to mention Mason Miller, all those guys work today. They'll be available, but they did work today.
TV Jones?
Yeah, everything you said, Kyle, for me. I already bet Toronto -143. I went to win I put to win a full unit on it. I've just been doing half units all baseball, but I went full unit on it, and then I am going to sprinkle with the Blue Jays over 5.5 too. They're going to crush him. I mean, Severino at home. I mean, 5-2 against Houston, but again, he had 10 base runners. 5-8-2 against the Angels. They also had 7 base runners, and then 8-4-3-5-5, and then 1 against the Mets in that revenge spot earlier in the year. I mean, he just gets absolutely crushed at home, and then the extra innings, the bullpen, everything. So Toronto money line and the over 5.5 for me.
All right, let's move on to the next one, which is the last game, and then we'll get to the MLB video for those of you that want to watch. Oh, real quick, voice chat picks are for that game. I would imagine everyone's on Toronto here, and I am right. Wow, yeah. So this is going to be a game. Keep in mind, if you're somebody that likes to be contrarian, don't be on Toronto here, because I would imagine the whole world's going to be betting Toronto. Spoon's on the Blue Jays, Jacobs on the Blue Jays, Adams on Toronto -1.5, or Scherzer walks. Boba's on Toronto first 7 -0.5 run at -120. Kyle, that's me. Money Mark is on the Blue Jays. TJ, that's right. TJ was in there. He said he's going to wait and take an under before the game starts. He said he's going to wait for everyone to bet it up and take a late under. I don't necessarily hate that. A-Stead, Toronto first 5 run line. So, yeah, everyone's taking Toronto here. Dodgers Giants, last game on the board. Man, how do you price this Dodgers team out right now? Because on one hand, they're struggling to hit the ball. On the other hand, they're still the best lineup in baseball. I don't think anyone would argue that this is the best lineup in baseball. So how do you price a lineup like that out? Not to mention they're up against Logan Webb, who's been lights out, who's historically been great at home in San Francisco. But look, the Giants are -130 favorites. The total for this game is 7.5. When's the last time we saw an implied team total for the Dodgers at 3? When's the last time you can get a Dodgers team total over 3.5 at a good price? ever. When has that ever happened? So, I mean, I would probably just go Dodgers or pass. But to be honest, I didn't spend a ton of time on this one. I kind of feel like, I think it was TV Jones was saying Dodgers packed it in for the All-Star break. So it'll just be Dodgers or pass. Not betting this one.
Go ahead, TV Jones.
Yeah, I like San Francisco, and I like the under 7.5. I mean, Dodgers, they can't hit. They're just, again, packed it in. And then the last 3 outings dating back to 2023 at home for Logan Webb versus Dodgers lineup, he's gone 19 innings. He's given up 3 runs and 13 hits. So, I mean, like, he's been good. And the last 10 starts at home dating back to 2019, he's had 3 games where he's given up 3 or more earned runs versus the Dodgers. So, I mean, like, he keeps his lineup in check. It's at home at night in San Francisco. It's going to be 61. Wind is blowing out 8 miles an hour, but Dodgers can't hit. Dustin May is garbage. So, I mean, this is probably the best place you could hope to pitch is San Francisco or Seattle, where the ball just does not carry and fly. So I like the under 7.5. I think San Francisco wins this like 3-2, 4-1, something like that. I think it's gonna be really low, and I don't think Dodgers really do much of anything in this one. They've lost 6 in a row, and they're still up like 18 games in the division. I mean, they could give two fucks about this. They're just gonna go into the All-Star break and then come out of it and start getting healthier. And they're 5.
Yes.
Oh,
so if they were to get swept this series, like you guys making it, not like you're making it out to seem, they would be 2 games up. So I don't know if I agree. What do you mean?
No, I heard some stat that they were.
Don't listen. Just look at the board. Don't listen to people.
It was on the broadcast. I heard it while I was listening at work. I heard it on the broadcast, so I must have misheard them. But obviously, I mean, regardless, out of the All-Star break, the Dodgers will figure it out. They'll start getting healthier and getting guys back. I mean, they got Glasnow back, so I mean, like they'll be fine. But right now, they are slumping to the 10th degree. They are terrible right now.
Over 7.5, probably one of my favorite bets on the board. I know it's a lot of me just kind of assuming that we're going to see runs here, but this is a Dodgers team that nobody wants to touch. They haven't scored any runs lately. I mean, they're packing it in before the All-Star game, as Trevor says, but I don't really see that. I see them as dwindling in the division. They ended up having to go to Milwaukee. That's a red-hot team without Teoscar Hernandez and Max Muncy, and I still think this is one of the best offenses in baseball, but I mentioned those two because you're going to get Teoscar Hernandez back. He pinch hit in the Brewers series. He's going to be back in there today, so that does help. But on top of that, I mean, I just feel like if there's a game that the Dodgers are going to get up for, it's going to be Friday night in San Francisco. If there's a game that the Dodgers are going to get up for, it's going to be Friday night in San Francisco with those City Connects. They've lost 6 in a row facing Logan Webb. I think that the Dodgers are going to be up for this game. And Trevor said, as far as Dustin May is concerned, he's not good, and he's really especially not good on the road. His last 3 road starts gave up 3 and 5 innings to Cleveland, 6 and 5 innings to the Padres, 4 and 4 innings to the Royals. None of those teams are offensively gifted, and I will give you that San Francisco isn't great, but they are better at home. And then 8 of the last 10 of these games that they went over 7.5 runs. So, it's what I think that the Dodgers and Giants come ready to play. I think we see some fireworks in San Francisco tomorrow. I love the over 7.5.
All right, some difference of opinion in that one. All right, I'm going to play the MLB video. Trevor, Toast, enjoy your night. So I'll still be here and hang out if you guys want to have any questions after. So I'm playing the video now. See you guys in 7 minutes and 40 seconds. So I'm just going to record something real quick. Somebody asked me a question, and I typed out this long response, and then I was like, people might want to hear this. So recording a quick video, won't be long. So I picked an example, Nationals, Cardinals. This is just from the other night. I didn't have a bet on this game or anything. I literally chose a game at random. So Nationals, Cardinals, this chart up here that I made, each line represents a different sports book. And if you look all the way to the left, that's at midnight the night before the game. So that's 21 hours before the game starts. And then as the lines move, that's the line movement throughout the day. All the way to the right of this graph would be the closing line. So in this particular example, you can look on the left side and you could see the Nationals opened up around plus 100, plus 105. The Cardinals opened up around minus 120, minus 125. So you understand what we're looking at here. All the way to the left is midnight before the game. all the way to the right is the closing line. So in this particular example, the closing line was Cardinals minus 142, Nationals plus 120. Now we know when we're talking about the major markets like sides and totals, the closing line will always be the most accurate handicap of the game, right? We know that. I mean, that's not debatable, especially in the major markets. It's always going to be the most accurate handicap of the game. So the closing line here, Cardinals minus 142, Nationals plus 120, that tells us that the implied probability that the market is showing us, Cardinals have a 56.4% chance of winning this game, and the Nationals have a 43.6%. So based on our closing line, we know the Cardinals have a 56.4% chance of winning the game. The Nationals have a 43.6% chance of winning the game. So if this game is played 1,000 times, the Cardinals will be 564 and 436. Now, what's the problem with that? If you bet the Cardinals 1,000 times, let's say you place $1 on the Cardinals 1,000 times in this game at minus 142, you will finish those 1,000 games down $38.82. So you will lose money betting the Cardinals at minus 142 into this market. But you will also lose money on the other side, betting the Nationals at plus 120. Your record after 1,000 games would be 436 and 564. You would be down $40.80. This is an efficient market. You can't win betting into this market. You will finish down long term. Every single bet you place into this market at the closing line will be negative EV. So how do we place a plus EV bet into this market? Well, let's look at our example. Who placed plus EV bets in this example? It would be everyone in the green zone here. Everyone who got the Nationals up here at plus 130 or better, and everyone who got the Cardinals at minus 128 or better. These are the people that are holding profitable tickets. These are the people that are going to win long term. It kind of goes against how our brains are wired to work, because basically most of us come into this being sports fans first, and then we get into advantage gambling. But first, we have a background of being a sports fan. And as a sports fan, our brains are kind of wired to look at it like this. If the Nationals win this game, everybody on the top is in the green. Everyone on the top made a good bet, and everyone on the bottom made a bad bet. But that is not the correct way to look at it if you're trying to profit long term. The truth is, the people that made good bets are the people in the green zones. The people that got Nationals at plus 130 or better, and the people that got Cardinals at minus 128 or better. Now, I'm going to give you an example to show you how important that is. So let's say you have a friend who's a professional MLB bettor, right? He's an established pro bettor. He literally bets on baseball for a living. And he decides, your friend, that he's going to hook you up. He's going to share his plays with you for the entire season. Well, what you do is instead of betting them when he sends them to you, you bet all of his picks at the closing line. We're going to use this example. So he sends you the Cardinals at minus 122, and you're going to bet his same picks, the Cardinals at minus 142, because you're thinking he's a professional bettor, right? His picks are great, but you're telling them at the closing line. At the end of the season, based on the market's implied probability, the Cardinals will go 91 and 71. If you both bet $1,000 on all 162 games, now obviously you're both going to go 91 and 71 because you're both betting the Cardinals. You're betting the same teams. You're just betting them at the closing line. Your friend is going to finish the season at minus 122, up $3,590.16. You betting the Cardinals the exact same days, 162 times, are going to be down $6,915.49. Betting the same exact picks, you're both going to go 91 and 71. You see a lot of people look at these markets and they think, oh, a sharp bettor is someone that's really good at picking winners. And that's not the case. A professional bettor is not really good at picking winners. What they're doing is beating the market. They're beating the closing line by 15 cents, and that adds up to 25, 30 units over the course of the season, and that's their earnings. Tailing their picks is accomplishing nothing. Your ability to beat the market, that is your advantage over the sportsbook, and that 10, 15 cents you accumulate as the season progresses, at the end of the year, those are your earnings. All those advantages you accumulated throughout the year, that's your earnings. The difference between a minus 118 and a minus 132, that's the difference between finishing the season down 15 units and up 15 units. It's significant. The Orioles at minus 118 might be a good bet. The Orioles at minus 132 might be a terrible bet on the same day. It's about the numbers. It's about beating the market. There's a reason sportsbooks have their limits super high just a couple hours before the game starts, because they are confident you can't beat them at that number. When they have that at Cardinals minus 142, Nationals plus 120, They know you're going to finish down on either side. Their market is efficient, so they raise the limits. Go ahead, bet whatever you want. You're not going to beat us at these numbers. You need to beat them by betting earlier or choosing your price point. It's not always necessarily about jumping on the opening line. It's about waiting for the number you're looking for. So what to take out of this? When you're looking at the slate, remember, we don't have this whole chart. When we're first looking at it, we're just looking at it like this. We don't know what these lines are going to do. So when you're looking at the slate, you're not trying to pick who's going to win the game. You're trying to spot where the numbers are off. So for example, in this one, Nats Cardinals, when we're looking at this on the midnight show, all right, Cardinals are at minus 122, Nats are at plus 102. If you're seeing the board correctly, you should say, nah, I have the Cardinals at minus 138, minus 140. So you're going to take a position on the Cardinals, not because you think the Cardinals are going to win. It's because you think that game is mispriced, and betting and taking a position on the Cardinals at minus 122 is going to be a profitable position to hold moving forward. So when you're looking at these markets, stop trying to quote unquote pick winners. Just try to get into the green. I promise you're going to finish the year up. Just concentrate on getting into the green.
One more thing I wanted to add. So this is why the sharp sports betting community would say buying picks is almost exclusively a bad decision. One, because obviously 99% of people that are selling picks aren't winning. That's obvious. You already probably knew that. But even if you find somebody that is winning, that is in that 1% that is winning, in order to be profitable tailing their picks, you have to get the exact same numbers. We just showed an example. I mean, so if you found somebody that is winning, you would need to be in the same state as them and be active 24 hours a day. So when they post a bet, get the same exact number at the same exact time. Because we just showed the example. If he's posting, this professional winning bettor is posting the Cardinals at minus 122, if you're not getting it till a few hours later and it's minus 135, minus 140, the value's gone. You can't win on that pick anymore. So it's important to understand that.
All right. A shout out to those of you that made it through. So basically the idea is to get into those green zones. When you're looking, remember that chart I had in there, get into the green, just beat the market and everything else will work itself out. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Betting league stuff. Give me about 25 minutes or so. I'll get the standings up. Yeah. So, I'm seeing if there's any questions, but I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, appreciate now. Night Owl, what's up, man? I also, there was someone asked about the Kelly criterion. I didn't do a video on that. I can. The thing is, it's a little bit subjective. Like, not everyone, like, I could do a video on it. I would guarantee you 99% of you wouldn't use it anyway. But I mean, it's good information to know regardless, though. So, all right. See you guys tomorrow. I'll be up doing college football stuff for a while. Hit me up in the Discord if you need me.